If you've been pulled over, should you blow or not blow? Everybody who drives, who unfortunately, whether we like it or not, we may be in a situation where you may have had something to drink and then you drove. The question everyone wants to know is, at that point here in Alabama, should you blow or not blow? And unfortunately, the answer is, it depends. I'm not going to be able to give you a quick answer on yes or no. My name is Sam Bone. I'm a Gadsden, Alabama DUI attorney. In 2015, I was named a top 40 lawyer under 40. In 2021, I was named a rising star by Superlawyers. In 2019, our firm was named a favorite firm by the Gadsden Times. That's our local newspaper. So let's get back into the question of should you blow or not. And I'll dig into some of the details on when you should or should not, that sort of thing. The first is what are the consequences of if you don't blow, what happens then? Okay, so first, there's an automatic 90-day suspension of your license. Automatic. Doesn't matter whether in the future you get a not guilty on your DUI case or not. It's automatic 90 days. When you sign your driver's license at the bottom, you are giving implied consent to give a draeger test when you're pulled over. And I want to kind of differentiate too. There's two tests you might take. There's the test on the scene, and the test on the scene is not admissible in evidence. However, you might be an opportunity for you to blow, and then once you see it's over the limit, at that point you may not when you go into the office for the draeger. And the draeger is once you're arrested and they take you in, they have a fancier machine that you blow into that gives a reading at that point. So anyway, 90-day suspension automatically. Also, there's an automatic, if you are arrested, if they ultimately decide to arrest you for DUI, there is a 24-hour hold. So let's say that, and there's a formula that the jails will do based upon how much was in your system, how long that they have to hold you for. But if you didn't blow, they have to assume whether they even think that or not, that you're incredibly intoxicated and have to keep you for 24 hours. And the reason being is since they don't exactly know, if you were to get out and immediately get in your car and crash and hurt someone else, at that point they're kind of liable too for letting you out so quickly, right? So 24-hour automatic hold, there's no way around that. A lot of times we'll get a call from someone that's already in, or from folks in jail. They're like, look, man, he's been in jail since 10 o'clock. It's 2 o'clock the next day, get him out. I'm like, look, man, there's nothing I can do. It's automatic 24-hour hold. Next, if you are convicted, it adds 1 year. If you're, how about this? It's an automatic interlock requirement. You're automatically required to install the interlock if you refuse the breathalyzer, if you're convicted, okay? And then there's also statutory levels based upon how many previous DUIs you've had or what you blow, which I guess in this instance you didn't blow. It adds 1 year to the how long you have to keep the interlock. So if you had let's say that, for instance, statutorily it said you've had X number of DUIs and you're required to have the interlock for a year. If you didn't blow, you have to add a year, okay? So that's pretty significant to have to blow into your car every time you drive, and you're paying a monthly fee, you're getting a new driver's license, it's very costly. Okay, so those are the main consequences of what happens if you don't blow. All right, and so you have to compare that to, so what position are you in? So generally, at least in the jurisdictions that we work with, generally around here in Etowah County, that if you have a first-time DUI and you blow under a .15, they're generally going to allow you to get in called what's the pretrial diversion program, which is going to be some sort of a DUI school, and where you plead guilty, court finds you guilty, they take your guilty plea and set it to the side, and allow you to complete DUI school, which is going to include color code, money, and interlock. Upon completing that, they'll dismiss it. Okay. Some places, if you refuse the breathalyzer, will not allow you in this program. And so that's one reason why you might blow, right? Is if you look at the consequences of refusing versus, well, if I'm going to test under 0.15 anyway, then I may have an opportunity to get into the pretrial diversion program. That's normally if you don't have a previous DUI. Okay. If you do have a previous DUI, then your consequences for a conviction are different, right? So your second DUI, it's a mandatory 5 days to serve or 30 days community service, which is a significant amount of days of community service. So to sum it up, what I would say generally, should I blow or not blow? At least around here where I practice, I would generally say if you're a first time offender, then I would say generally to go ahead and blow, okay? If you're not, then at that point it makes sense not to blow due to not adding evidence against yourself, and you're not going to qualify for these diversion programs anyway. Okay, and I want to point out that I'm not encouraging anyone to drink and drive, okay? But you may be in a situation where you've had something to drink and you need to know how to handle it from there. So next, if you've had a DUI, what do you need to do next? Okay, first you need to give someone a call to bail you out. That's the most important thing, is to get you out. And then we'll have links here below where you can set up a consultation with us. You can give us a call, and we will sit down with you and we'll go over your specific situation and go over what your options are. We'll first look at the evidence to see, was it a good search? Was it, did the police pull you over did they have reasonable suspicion to pull you over? We'll go over that to see can we get the case dismissed first? And if not, then we'll go over your options with you to see what the best way to handle your case, right? So again, if you're watching this, it means that you might be interested in, how to handle this situation. If you've got further questions, hit the link below. I'd be glad to help you.